Today I'm going to show you how to take a cupcake and turn it into a snow globe for Christmas with no special tools or equipment. To make the sugar dome, we're going to need 100 grams of caster sugar, 50 grams of glucose, 50 grams of water, a bowl over which we're going to put some heat resistant cling wrap, a saucepan, a thermometer and a cake cutter. The base of our sugar domes is going to be made up of cupcakes and frosting. So this exact cupcake mix is linked on the screen if you'd like to go and make it. It's a vanilla cupcake mix with just a bit of red colouring for some Christmas flair. And same with this buttercream. If you'd like to make the exact same buttercream I'm making, there's a link on the screen that you can follow. Alright, so let's get our ingredients into the saucepan ready to pop on the stove. I find it easier to start with the glucose because it's so much easier to remove a little bit of glucose if you put too much in. But once you start adding the other ingredients, it becomes very difficult. Okay, so that is our 50 grams of glucose. Then we want to add to that 100 grams of caster sugar and 50 grams of water. Now we're going to get this straight onto the stove top until we reach temps of 145 to 150 degrees Celsius. So we have our mix overheat on a low temperature, and this is going to take about 15 to 20 minutes until we reach temps of between 145 to 150 degrees. So be patient with it and don't stir the mix. Now the heat of the sugar will continue to rise a little bit once you take it off the heat. So take it off once you hit 44. That way it gives it a couple of extra degrees to be able to rise and still stay within that 145 to 150 range. Alright, so we're going to need to let our sugar mix cool down to 120 degrees Celsius before we can use it. So in the meantime, let's prepare our cling wrap and bowl. Now don't pull this too tight, just enough to give you a nice flat top here. Remove any crinkles. Just make sure you've got a nice secure seal. Now I have 2 egg rings here that I've sticky taped together because I understand not everybody has cake cutters in their kitchen. So let's use one of those and give that a go at making a sugar dome. Alright, start by just applying a little bit of pressure so we can spread the sugar. Now you want to hold this in place for the count of 60 to 70 seconds. You'll know when your sugar is set because you can just release a tiny bit of pressure and you'll be able to see whether the sugar stays in shape or starts to bend. If it starts to bend even so slightly, reapply the pressure and wait another 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, and there we have our sugar dome. So rinse and repeat for as many as you need. Now that we have our sugar domes taken care of, it's time to get the bases prepared. Now we already have our cupcakes sorted out. We have our frosting. Now keep it simple if you like. Just use a Ziploc bag and cut the corner off if you don't have a piping bag. I do have a piping bag though, so that's what I'm going to be using. And I want to just get a thin layer on top, smooth it out a little bit, and then I'm going to put a few dollops on top to make it look like snow. So let's go do that and come back. I'm going to now dust them with some sifted icing sugar. Now it's time to decorate. Now you don't have to decorate them if you don't want. If you're happy with them like this, put your globes on them and they're going to look fantastic. I, however, am going to decorate them a little bit further. Well, we're all finished and I think they look just fantastic. How adorable are these snow globes? And they do look just like a snow globe. Now, if you do decide to give this recipe a go, please make sure you tag me or send me some photos. I'd love to see what you come up with. And if you'd like to see some of our other Christmas ideas, follow me over here where we make Santa's Christmas Coal. It's a chocolate fudge that is just an absolute winner. Or you can follow me over here where we make a chocolate Christmas tree. See you in the next video.